In a kingdom where every newborn child arrived with a magical rosebud blooming beside their cradle, people believed roses showed the path of a person's heart. Some roses bloomed early, some bloomed late, and a rare few bloomed only for true love. Princess Marenna's rose was unlike any other. It was beautiful, deep red, touched with gold at the edges, but year after year, it stayed tightly closed. Her ladies-in-waiting whispered that her rose was waiting for someone extraordinary. Suitors came from faraway kingdoms, hoping to be that someone. But each time they placed their hand near her rose, it remained still, silent, sleeping. As years passed, the court began to worry. A princess with an unopened rose. What kind of fate was that? Marenna never complained. She simply visited the castle gardens every morning, tending the flowers herself. She found peace there among dew soft petals and the gentle hum of bees. The gardens didn't care if her rose bloomed or not. One morning, while trimming a stubborn hedge, she noticed someone in the far corner of the garden. A young man she hadn't seen before, kneeling by a patch of wilted roses. He wasn't a nobleman. He wasn't dressed in silk or velvet. His hands were covered in earth, his clothes simple and worn. But there was a quiet patience about him, like someone who knew how to listen to flowers. "Those roses haven't bloomed in years," Marenna said softly. He looked up, startled to see her. "Oh, I know. But I think they're trying," he said with a shy smile. Sometimes flowers just need someone who isn't in a hurry. Marenna felt something warm flicker in her chest. She watched as he gently cupped a dying rosebud, whispering to it as though it were alive. The rose didn't bloom, but it lifted slightly, as if answering him. "What's your name?" she asked. "Fen," he replied. "I'm new to the gardens." From that day on, Marenna found her feet carrying her to Fen's corner of the garden more and more. They talked about soil and sunlight, about old legends and new dreams, about everything and nothing. And every time he laughed, her heart tugged in a way she had never felt before. One morning, Marenna reached for her rose and froze. The petals were glowing, just faintly, like dawn behind a cloud but glowing. Her breath caught. Her rose had waited for years. Yet it stirred after just a handful of days with Fen. But as joy rushed in, fear chased it. The royal advisors had strict laws. A princess could only marry someone whose rose bloomed in return. But Fen didn't have a rose at all. He had been born without one, a rare thing, and often seen as a sign of an unmatched heart. When the court discovered Marenna's rose had awakened, the kingdom erupted with excitement. "Which prince has stirred it?" they cried. When the truth came out that it was a gardener, the celebration died instantly. The royal council summoned Fen. "You cannot love the princess," they told him. "You have no rose. You were not chosen by magic." Fen lowered his gaze. He didn't argue. He simply bowed and walked back to the garden, his hands trembling. That night, Marenna found him sitting by the sleeping roses he tended. "Say something," she whispered. "I'm nothing the kingdom wants for you," he said, voice breaking. "They will never allow it. And I never want to be the reason your rose closes forever." She knelt beside him. "Fen, my rose opened for you. Doesn't that mean something? Doesn't that mean everything?" He swallowed hard. "It should. But the kingdom believes roses decide destiny." "Then the kingdom is wrong," Marenna said fiercely. "Love is not a rule we follow. It is a choice we make." At that moment, A soft breeze stirred the garden. One of the wilted rosebuds near Fen lifted its tired head, and for the first time in years, opened fully, petals glowing like sunlight in spring. Fen stared at it, stunned. No one spoke. Then, gently, Marenna took his hand and placed it near her own rose. Her rose, the one that had slept all her life, bloomed wide and bright, glowing like a heart awakened at last. The kingdom could not deny what they saw. Two roses blooming together, one born of a princess, one born of a gardener's kindness. Not chosen by magic, but chosen by love. And so, with reluctant smiles and softened hearts, the council rewrote the old laws. Marenna and Fen were married in the garden where they first met, beneath arches of roses that had suddenly found the will to bloom again. And in time, the kingdom learned the greatest truth of all. Magic can nudge two people together. But real love, blooms only when two hearts choose each other. Love does not follow destiny. It grows where kindness lives, and blooms where hearts choose it.